now, live in high definition. This is Eyewitness News You Decide 2012, Election Day.
How would you like to be the next J.K. Rowling and turn out a best-selling book series as popular as Harry Potter? Well, it turns out that may not be as hard as you think. This right here is best-selling author Daniel Hall. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you, Linda, for having me. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, so the evolution of writing, we've come a long way. We've started with the pens and paper.
That's right.
Take us through it.
Well, that's exactly what I'm here to say, is that, you know, anyone out there can basically write a book. And it doesn't take any more. He's exactly right. We started with pens and paper. We went to a typewriter, which we have back here. Then we went to a laptop. But now folks can use this little jewel, which is a iPad with a very special, we talked about apps a little earlier in the segment,
right.
Political apps. Well, actually, there's a great app for this. It's a $10 app that you could dictate into the iPad, and your book comes out on the other end. I mean, it's like really, really cool.
So you don't even have to type it. You could bring it to the beach and go, one day there was a child walking down the street.
Exactly. Really. And the really cool thing is that I've taken some of these books that are from my students that were written exactly in that way. It's called To Dictate and Transcribe, or Record and Transcribe, and you can get your book done just like that. And the really cool thing is that now with Amazon and iBook, the iBook store and all that, we no longer need agents, we no longer need publishing houses. We get to go directly to the marketplace, and they get to tell us whether or not they like our book. How do we know? They buy it or they don't, right? So that's the really nice thing is that once you have a book up and working, it can actually make you money, passive royalty income, month in, month out. It's very exciting. Very exciting.
How is self-publishing taking over? I mean, how many best-selling authors publish their own stuff?
Well, actually more and more. In fact, there was a recent Wall Street Journal article that surveyed the number of best-selling books on Amazon, and of the top 50 best-selling books, 12 of them were by independent authors.
Wow.
Independent people like you and I and all of these folks. It is really, really exciting. As a matter of fact, publishing has changed so completely because we have now access directly to the marketplaces and the worldwide marketplaces. I mean, just recently Amazon opened up Japan. I mean, we've had Spain, Italy, I mean, Germany. It goes on and on. It's really, really exciting.
So people who have never written anything before, maybe they have an idea, some experience that they've gone through in their life, they can just pick up an iPad or a Kindle and just start writing and probably get it published? How hard is it?
It's very, very easy. Particularly, as a matter of fact, I have a training, a special training. It's free to everyone. It's at realfastbook.com, where we actually show folks how to get their books up onto Kindle. So there is no, it's like, you don't have to go through any kind of committee, any kind of approval process, other than being able to get it up and get it published. And it's really, as I said, exciting. And more readers are turning on to this. The books today, this is the really cool thing, books today would have never seen the light of day but for this opening in publishing. And because we have more books out there, there's less focus on making bestsellers. But you know what? We have more bestsellers.
Right, exactly.
Because people have more choice.
Right.
So
exactly.
it's really, really an incredible thing. And that's really my main message for people, is that if you have a book in your heart, if you have a message in your heart, if you have a story in your heart, you can take the reins and do it yourself with a simple thing like an iPad, a $10 app. It's called Pages, by the way. It's called Pages. And you dictate directly into the into the app, and away you go. You have at least the makings. Now, obviously, it's not perfect, right? You've got to go in and edit it a little bit, but at least the meat of it, the corpus of it is there, and then you can work with it. And it's as I say, that's really the main thing, is that you get to go directly to the marketplace.
Exactly. Daniel Hall, I want to thank you so much.